Game 2 of Day 2 from the Low Country Classic brings the host USC Beaufort head-to-head with the Carson-Newman Eagles to close out the Eagles trip to Hardeeville, South Carolina. On the Eagles Sports Network, I'm Matt Scalzo. Delighted you could join me on this Valentine's Day Saturday under the sun in Hardeeville. Beautiful day for a clash between the top two teams that have made the trip here. 64 degrees, partly cloudy, slight wind blowing from left field to right for this clash between two teams that met yesterday, and the Sand Sharks got the win 3-1 over Carson-Newman to hand the Eagles their first loss of the season, as now they come head-to-head again to begin the second game of the triple header for the Sand Sharks today. Carson-Newman took down Erskine this morning, 8-4 final. Now they look to get the Sand Sharks number. USCB in their alternate blue tops with blue pants. Light blue Sand Sharks written in cursive across the front with light blue piping and numbers on the back. Madison Murphy gets the ball to start game 1 of the day for Beaufort. Game 2 for Carson-Newman, and the first pitch is a ball at 1:57 local time to get us rolling in game number 2 of the day for Carson-Newman. Last game before they head back to Jefferson City. A 6-hour trip back to Mossy Creek. On tap for the Eagles at the conclusion of this contest. Malia Smith leads off. She's taken a ball on the last 2 pitches. This is the lineup that Carson-Newman is throwing out there. Malia Smith, the shortstop, leads off. Then Abby Martin's on deck playing in center field. Macaulay Bailey's slotted up in the 3 spot playing at first base. The 2-0 comes in. Smith, the chopper towards second, fielded by Avery Alexander. Tosses on to first for out number 1. So here comes Abby Martin. Batting fourth is the catcher Anne-Marie Richards. She didn't play in the first game against Erskine, was used as a pinch hitter. Then Sarah Walker, the designated player, bats 5th. Katie Bethita's playing in right field, batting 6th. She was behind the plate in game 1 today. Grace Gregory's batting 7th, playing at third base. And Addie Saunders is batting 8th, playing in left field, rounded out by Reese Winchester playing at second base. Emma Romika's listed as the starting pitcher once again, but when talking with head coach Michael Graves, it seems that Sarah Walker will be the one getting the ball. Romika got the start in game 1, but Coach Graves just having to fiddle around with the lineup to get everything right. He wants to be able to have that flex spot still available and not handcuff himself, because he really likes Sarah Walker in the circle. As Madison Murphy settles in, sets her sight on Abby Martin, and first pitch ball bounces in low, 1-0. Looking at the defensive alignment of the Sand Sharks, in straightaway center is Saria Simmons. Flanking her in left is Tamaya Whitlock, and Kate Conway is in right. Dynamic outfield with so much speed. As Martin hits the 1-0 slow roller on the ground, Alexander fields on the backhand, fires to first, and it is in time for out number 2. A pair of 4-3 putouts led by Avery Alexander. Puts 2 away. From first to third around the infield for the Sand Sharks, it's Kaylee Eubanks at first, Avery Alexander at second, Caitlin Boyette at short, and Emma Reynolds is the third baseman. Behind the dish, Emma Brinkman with Murphy in the circle. Chloe Turner's the designated player. Macaulay Bailey swings on the first pitch. Deep drive, left field. It is off the base of the wall. Bailey around first on her way to second, and she slides in safely with a 2-out double. And Macaulay Bailey's bat has woken up with a deep drive to left field that time. Starting to get her bat into gear. Had 4 RBIs in the first game against Erskine today. A pair of 2-run singles. Came into today with just 1 RBI and struggled hitting. She's starting to find her groove. Smoking that to left field. And brings up Anne-Marie Richards with a runner in scoring position in Bailey. Richards, the dynamic freshman catcher, Comes into today batting .368 on the season. Takes the first pitch ball low, and it's 1-0. Richards 7 of 19 on the season batting-wise, has 2 RBIs. Next pitch comes in from Murphy, a check swing, and home plate umpire said that Richards went around. Richards doesn't agree with it. Felt like the bat didn't even break her shoulder. As Murphy comes home on the 1-1. And it's low, 2-1. Carson-Newman in the same uniform as before. Alternate orange top with orange pants, white pinstripes on the jersey and pants with white numbers and accents and piping. As Richards slaps the 2-1 on the ground to third. Fielded by Reynolds, who zips a throw across the diamond, and it's in time for out number 3. So Bailey's left stranded on the bases after a 2-out double that goes off the fence in left field. And now it hands things off to the pitching group for Carson-Newman. That will face a potent UNC Beaufort offense with a lot of speed on the bases. Back with more from Hardeeville, South Carolina on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Back at the Richard Gray Softball Complex here in Hardeeville, South Carolina. Matt Scalza with you on the Eagle Sports Network. Through a half inning, it is a scoreless ball game. Macaulay Bailey ripped a 2-out double in the top of the first inning, but was left stranded on the bases as Madison Murphy worked through a clean inning of work outside of the hit. As Sarah Walker gets the ball now in the circle for Carson-Newman. The freshman out of Mill Spring, North Carolina, will make her second start on the season. Got the ball against Converse back on Monday. First pitch from Walker is a strike to Kate Conway on the outer half. This is a dynamic top part of the order for the Sand Sharks. 0-1 comes in from Walker and sails high above the zone, 1-1. Conway leads off. Tamaya Whitlock stands on deck playing in left field, and then Saria Simmons, the center fielder, bats third. The outfield bats 1, 2, and 3 for USC Beaufort. As the 1-1 from Walker upstairs, 2-1. Then it's the designated player Chloe Turner in the cleanup spot. Emma Brinkman, the catcher, bats fifth. Caitlin Boyette is batting sixth, playing at shortstop. Emma Reynolds is the third baseman, batting seventh. Kelly Eubanks, the first baseman, bats eighth. Is the 2-1 from Walker, slapped on the third base side by Conway, and it's foul. It's picked on the backhand by Grace Gregory. And then the 9-hitter is the second baseman, Avery Alexander. A clean uniform look today, monochromatic for these two teams as Conway sends one back up the middle, goes off the arm of Walker and caroms towards second base. As Conway is aboard with a base hit and caught off the left arm of Sarah Walker on her elbow, and she's grabbing at it, wincing at it with a little bit of pain. And so Holly Tucker-Vance, the pitching coach for Carson-Newman, will make a quick walk out of the first base side dugout as Conway is aboard with an infield base hit. Walker appears to be all right. And it is a quick visit from Holly Tucker-Vance, pitching coach for Carson-Newman. Brings up Tamaya Whitlock, the left fielder for the Sand Sharks that head coach Michael Graves had a lot of high praise for. She's an eraser out in left field with her speed. Can't afford to have any lazy fly balls as the first pitch from Walker to Whitlock. Outside for ball one, and it's 1-0. Chance for Carson-Newman to see kind of where they stand in terms of the Southeast region as Whitlock digs into the lefty's batter's box. Shows bunt on the 1-0. Buzzes the tower of Whitlock as she has to duck out of the way, and then a back throw from Richards to first base. Conway sneaks her left leg under the tag of Bailey. Here comes the 2-0. Called strike on the outer half. Count moves to 2-1. Excuse me, Winchester was the one covering first base. As Bailey and Gregory, the corner infielders, are pinching in case of the bunt. 2-1. Whitlock pulls back, and it's now 3-1. As that one missed just beneath the bottom rail. Leadoff hitter aboard, and Kate Conway, she got on base all 4 times yesterday. 3 hits and a fielder's choice on base once again. Whitlock pushes a bunt perfectly down the third base side, and it stays as a fair ball. Richards was trying to let it roll foul, but it just stopped on a dime on the third base line. Back-to-back infield base hits for the Sand Sharks. Puts runners on first and second with a ton of speed as Saria Simmons settles into the lefty's batter's box, puts a bunt down, third base side. Gregory Fields throws on the move, and Winchester is there to secure the play on a 5-4 sack bunt. Pushes Whitlock and Conway into scoring position as Chloe Turner comes up to bat. Turner did not appear in the contest yesterday between these two teams, but has started 4 games this season and has a team-leading 10 RBIs. And takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Turner, the senior righty out of Guyton, Georgia, did not play in either game yesterday for the Sand Sharks. Got a 10-1 win over Erskine as Turner sends this one in the air deep towards left field, pushes Saunders back onto the shadow of the wall. She'll make the catch for out number 2. And coming in to score comes Conway as Turner does her job with a sac fly.
Great job.
To left field, makes it 1-0 Beaufort as Whitlock advances up to third. And for the first time this season, Carson-Newman surrenders the opening run. As the first offering to Emma Brinkman, the catcher, fouled straight back, 0-1. And when Chloe Turner's gotten RBIs, she's gotten them in bunches. Has one here on that sac fly as Brinkman takes the 0-1 right down the chute, 0-2. For Turner, she had 7 RBIs in the season opener against Converse on the 30th of January, and then last week on the 7th against North Greenville, had 3 RBIs. As this one on the 0-2 from Brinkman shot off the end of her bat into shallow right field. Winchester ranges back onto the outfield grass and will make the grab for out number 3. But the Sand Sharks score 1 on a sac fly from Turner. They take a 1-0 lead into the second inning. Back with more from Hardeeville on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Back on the Eagles Sports Network, Sarah Walker leads off as it is 5, 6, and 7 in the Carson-Newman order. To get things going in the top of the second, facing Madison Murphy in the circle for USC Beaufort. And for the first time this season, Carson-Newman surrenders the opening run of the contest. A sac fly from Chloe Turner brought in Kate Conway in the bottom of the first inning. It's 1-0 Sand Sharks as Murphy's first pitch to Walker misses down and in to the starting pitcher for the Eagles. Murphy, the ace in the circle for the Sand Sharks this season, making her 4th start across 6 appearances as Walker takes a called strike right at the knees, 1-1. Murphy holds a 2.10 ERA with a 3-1 record on the season across 20 innings of work. Coming into today, had 18 strikeouts to just 4 walks. As the 1-1 hangs upstairs, 2 balls and a strike to Sarah Walker. A freshman that has done such a good job hitting-wise for Carson-Newman. Patiently waits. The 2-1 comes in and zips upstairs, 3 balls and a strike. Here comes 3-1 to Walker. Drives it the other way down the right field line, and it slices foul. Count moves to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Walker on the season batting-wise through 6 games, batting .313, 5 for 16 at the dish. Has a pair of RBIs and the lone home run for Carson-Newman so far this season. Payoff pitch from Murphy. Walker, line drive into right field, sinking, and it falls. And it skips past Conway in right field. Walker trying to dig into second. The throw is off target, rolls into left field, and Walker seems to be in some sort of discomfort. Is hinged over at second base as Michael Graves had his hands up trying to get her to head over to third after the ball skipped into left field. But Walker was bent over, appearing to be in some sort of discomfort, and out comes the head athletic trainer for the softball team, Colby Reed. Michael Graves will also make the walk over from the third baseline to talk with Walker at second base. Hayden Dye was the first one to get to her. As they all continue to conversate at the second base bag. Beaufort taking the chance to check on things here and meeting inside the circle. Michael Graves trying to get an idea on how his pitcher is feeling. As I've talked about, such a big part of the offensive part of the game for Carson-Newman, and she appears to be okay. After the double down the right field line, puts the tying run in scoring position for Katie Mathena. And Mathena steps a little forward in the righty's batter's box. The right fielder shows bunt, pushes it down right in front of home plate for a fair ball, picked up by Brinkman, who snaps a throw to first. And it's in time for out number one. Advancing over to third goes Sarah Walker.
Now batting, number 47, Gregory.
Puts the tying run 60 feet away now for Carson-Newman. Grace Gregory comes up to bat. Corners are in for Beaufort. As Gregory swings away and drives a high fly ball out into center field. Catch is made by Simmons, tagging as Walker gets halfway down the line and then is forced to retreat on a strong throw from Simmons. That one hops into the chest of Brinkman behind the dish. Holds the tying run over at third, and now Addie Saunders with 2 outs is going to look to bring in Walker, who delivered that leadoff double to begin this second inning. Saunders in the lefty's batter's box. The righty Murphy delivers a wave and a miss. Here comes the 0-1. Called strike right at the bottom rail of the zone to Saunders, and it's 0-2. Murphy trying to slam the door here in the top of the second inning. The 0-2. Saunders fights it off, shooting a foul ball down the third base line. Trying to come through in a big spot. The 0-2. Called strike 3. Saunders frozen as Murphy zips one into the bottom part of the zone. Puts her down looking and strands the tying run over at third base on Murphy's first strikeout of the afternoon. Sends us to the bottom of the second. It's still a 1-0 lead for USC. Beaufort 6, 7, and 8 coming up in the Sand Shark order when we come back on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Back on the Eagle Sports Network, into the bottom of the second we go. Caitlin Boyette leads off for USCB, facing Sarah Walker in the circle. It's a 1-0 Sand Shark lead after the sac fly from Chloe Turner brought in Kate Conway in the bottom of the first. As Walker delivers a first pitch ball to Boyette, and it's 1-0. Boyette stands in the righty's batter's box. Donna in the alternate blue tops for the Sand Sharks. Light blue piping and numbers outlined in white. As Walker misses inside on the 1-0, and it's 2-0. Sand Sharks written in cursive across the chest in light blue, white outline with the blue pants. Light blue socks with 3 navy blue stripes as Walker misses outside, and it's 3-0. And the stripes on the socks got white outlines around them. The bright powder blue helmet. And for Boyette in the righty's batter's box, the 3-0 from Walker. Down the chute for a called strike. Boyette was taken all the way. Carson-Newman in their alternate all-orange look with pinstripes and the Eagles written across the front of the jersey in cursive. 3-1 from Boyette, grounded foul. And the count is full. Numbers of the Eagles players on the back and also on the front, in the bottom right part of the jersey. Walker comes set. The 3-2. Boyette off the end of the bat. Loops it out into shallow center. Ranging back is the second baseman Winchester, and she will come up with the grab for out number 1. So after that long at-bat where Walker works backwards, gets the first out, and brings up the third baseman, Emma Reynolds. Reynolds batting .300 this season. Takes the first pitch ball high and outside, and it's 1-0. Reynolds yesterday was 0 for 3 against the Eagles. He has 7 RBIs on the season. 1-0. Called strike that clips the inside corner. 1 ball and a strike. With 1 gone in the bottom of the second, a 1-0 Sand Shark lead over Carson-Newman. The 1-1. Rise ball is high and outside from Walker, 2 balls and a strike. Final game of the Low Country Classic for Carson-Newman. Sand Sharks still got 1 more on tap this afternoon to close out the Invitational, taking on Erskine. 2-1. Reynolds fans on it. And it's 2-2. Had to reach out to try and come in contact with it. Seemed to have been caught off guard from that offering from Walker, the break even, and Reynolds clips it into the fence behind home plate. We'll do it all over again. A beautifully sun-splashed Saturday afternoon at Hardyville. Another 2-2. Moves outside to the righty in Reynolds. She stays patient and lets it go. The count runs full at 3-2. Another full count for Walker in the bottom half of this second inning. Payoff pitch from Walker, and she loses it. Missing high. It goes all the way to the backstop as Reynolds is aboard on a free pass.
Mika having to work hard so far. Trying to get the K on Reynolds. That's a wild one high, and it's ball 4. Not the best control as she skies it high, and it's a walk. Good at bat, great at bat, really, for Reynolds. She's at first, and now here comes the first baseman, Kaylee Eubanks. Junior from Rincon, Georgia. So Kaylee went to Effingham County, and Reynolds also went to Effingham County. So 2 teammates playing together. That's cool. Over from Georgia. It's always fun when you and your high school teammate have that signing day, or you commit and you get to play again together for potentially 4 more years. That's really cool. Yeah, that team chemistry, knowing each other out there, that's very valuable. You don't see it very often. Two players from the same high school going to play the same sport, the same school. Or at least ending up here in 2026. 2 balls and a strike here to Eubanks. Playing first base for the Sand Sharks here today. Reynolds is now on second. Good location on the outside corner from Romika. She continues to battle 2-2 up to around 33 or so pitches. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. That is high. Another full count. We got a couple here in this inning. Goes to 3-2. And another payoff coming to the plate. Eubanks hits one hard to the shortstop. Smith over the first, and there's 2 gone. Right into the glove of the shortstop right there. Advancing to third base is Reynolds, and be up to the number 9 hitter here.
Now batting, number 4, Avery Alexander.
Freshman Avery Alexander from Denver, North Carolina. Trying to deliver here with 2 outs. Looks the first offering. This is a strike. Right down the middle. USC looking to pad its lead here in the second. Alexander takes one outside. Looking for her first hit. This would be a great time to see it with a runner on third. It's a big swing and miss. This freshman digs back in Bandy's high school. Count is 1-2. Correction. A little chopper. And the pitch over to first will be in time to get Alexander, as the Sand Sharks will strand a runner on third base. And after 2, it's 1-0 USCB and the Sand Shark Gaming Network. Back here in Hardyville, Sand Sharks taking on the Eagles of Carson-Newman. Top of the third, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Sand Sharks. Sacrifice fly by Turner, the difference so far. 9-1 2-hitters due up against Madison Murphy. Winchester leads it off. Sitting there for a called strike. Murphy able to escape a leadoff double in the second. And cut on and missed on some nasty break there from Murphy. One strikeout already, looking for more. And is ahead 0-2. Little high. Here to Winchester. First of 2 games here today for the Sand Sharks. One against Carson-Newman, one against Erskine. Murphy ahead 1-2. And she'll deal to the plates. Hitting here towards left field near foul territory. It's going to go foul. It's the umpire at home plate signals foul ball. Whitlock company unable to reel it in. Stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here to Reese Winchester. San Diego. Couple of California products on this team. Use the count 2-2. Murphy delivers, and it is swung on, and looks like she may have gotten a piece to it. Stay alive, 2-2. Takes one a little high. Battling here, the number 9 hitter here for the Eagles of Carson-Newman. Trying to go 2-0 on the day themselves after beating Erskine in the first game of the day. And it's another strikeout for Madison Murphy. That's 2 in a row for number 10. Fine.
Light blue socks with 3 navy blue stripes as Walker misses outside, and it's 3-0. And the stripes on the socks got white outlines around them. The bright powder blue helmet. And for Boyette in the righty's batter's box, the 3-0 from Walker. Down the chute for a called strike. Boyette was taken all the way. Carson-Newman in their alternate all-orange look with pinstripes and the Eagles written across the front of the jersey in cursive. 3-1 from Boyette, grounded foul. And the count is full. Numbers of the Eagles players on the back and also on the front, in the bottom right part of the jersey. Walker comes set. The 3-2. Boyette off the end of the bat. Loops it out into shallow center. Ranging back is the second baseman Winchester, and she will come up with the grab for out number 1. So after that long at bat where Walker works backwards, gets the first out, and brings up the third baseman Emma Reynolds. Reynolds batting .300 this season. Takes the first pitch ball high and outside, and it's 1-0. Reynolds yesterday was 0 for 3 against the Eagles. Has 7 RBIs on the season. 1-0. Called strike that clips the inside corner. 1 ball and a strike. With 1 gone in the bottom of the second. A 1-0 Sand Shark lead over Carson-Newman. The 1-1. Rise ball is high and outside from Walker. 2 balls and a strike. Final game of the Low Country Classic for Carson-Newman. Sand Sharks still got 1 more on tap this afternoon to close out the Invitational, taking on Erskine. 2-1. Reynolds fans on it, and it's 2-2. And to reach out to try and come in contact with it. Seemed to have been caught off guard from that offering from Walker, the break even, and Reynolds clips it into the fence behind home plate. We'll do it all over again. A beautifully sun-splashed Saturday afternoon in Hardyville. Another 2-2. Moves outside to the righty in Reynolds. She stays patient and lets it go. The count runs full at 3-2. Another full count for Walker in the bottom half of this second inning. Payoff pitch from Walker, and she loses it, missing high. It goes all the way to the backstop as Reynolds is aboard on a free pass. Kaylee Eubanks now steps in to the righty's batter's box for yesterday against Carson-Newman. Did not play against Erskine as Eubanks takes a first pitch strike on the inner half from Walker. 0-1. Looking around the rest of Carson-Newman sporting events going on right now. Eubanks takes upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Patient hitters is a way to describe this. To these big hitters, they are very selective as Eubanks watches the 2-1 go by that burns the outer edge. 2 balls and 2 down to short. Malia Smith Fields fires to first, and it's in time for out number 2. Advancing over to third goes Reynolds, Molly Bailey, Reese Winchester, Malia Smith, and Grace Gregory. As the 0-1 comes in, and it's 1-1. Catcher is Anne-Marie Richards, and Sarah Walker is in the circle. The 1-1, a wave and a miss from Alexander. Count moves to 1-2. Walker looks to strand another run on the bases here. The 1-2, Alexander, slow roller, first base side. Macaulay Bailey Fields flips to Winchester covering the bag, and she gets there in time to beat Alexander. Leaves Reynolds stranded on the bases as we head into the third inning. Still a 1-0 Beaufort lead over Carson-Newman. Back with more from the Low Country Classic on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
9-1-2 due up for Carson-Newman in the top of the third inning. Taking on USC, brought in Kate Conway in the bottom of the first. Reese Winchester leads off here to begin third. Matt Scalza with you on the Eagle Sports Network. Glad you could join me on this Valentine's Day Saturday. Winchester digs into the righty's batter's box, facing Madison Murphy. The righty kicks and deals and hitters. 25 pitches thrown so far, 17 of them have been strikes. Had 19 RBIs total across the 48 games that she appeared in for Carson-Newman. She's got over half that through the first 7 games this year. As the 0-1 misses high, 1-1. Martin praised for her defensive ability, but has also done a good job elevating her bat. Taking advantage of opportunities here for Carson-Newman. A nice double into right center field. This time she lines one center field. Simmons with good speed is able to get into the right center field gap that Martin had a double against Erskine this morning with. And it is out number 2. And Smith stays put over at first base, and Macaulay Bailey comes up. Bailey had a double that went off the base of the wall in left field. As the first pitch to Bailey is high and outside for Murphy, 1-0. Macaulay Bailey had struggled through the first 6 games of the season. Hit 18 home runs last season. She wants to tie or try and break the single season record. She was one off Brittany Hefner's total of 19. Malia Smith with good ring down the left field line, but it's foul. Facing the top of this Beaufort order with Kate Conway. So this is the flexibility that head coach Michael Graves was looking for by starting Walker, by listing Walker as a designated player in the lineup card, and then Romika listed as the flex in the starting pitcher role. Allows him to keep Walker's bat in the order without sacrificing losing a spot in the line, spot in the order. As Romika delivers a first pitch ball to Conway, second offering on the way, and that is also outside. And the count quickly moves to 2-0. Wind picking up a little bit behind home plate. Moving from left to right across the field of play. And some cloud cover. Moves in. As the 2-0 is outside, and it's 3-0 to Conway. 1, 2, and 3 in the top part of this. First pitch to Whitlock is a strike on the outer half, and it's 0-1. Romika in the win against Erskine this morning. Went 4 innings, giving up 1 run on 4 hits. Had a strikeout and a walk in her first collegiate start. Got her first collegiate win. The 0-1, fouled straight back by Whitlock, and it's 0-2. As Romika comes set, the 0-2 is outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Righty on lefty matchup with Romika facing the lefty in Whitlock. And a 1-0 lead for the Sand Sharks over Carson-Newman. The 1-2, Whitlock slides one out into left field. Saunders dives, and she's unable to come up with it. Hits off her wrist on the diving attempt. And a base hit from Whitlock puts runners on first and second for the Sand Sharks. For Saria Simmons. Rather slides one, slaps one to left field. Kind of a half swing. Just putting back to ball on the outer part of the plate. And now there's a ton of speed here as Simmons comes up. Takes the first pitch strike. And it's 0-1. The outfield bats 1 through 3 for Beaufort in this order. Puts a lot of pressure on opposing pitching and fielding. Knowing you don't have a whole lot of time to react and come up with what you want to do, as Romika calls time, or rather it's A.M. Richards behind the plate. Here comes the 0-1. Simmons tries to square a bunt down, but fouls it back And the count moves to 0-2.
Time now.
Romika comes set, the 0-2. Simmons towards left field. Saunders makes the underhand grab and fires one that goes into right field. And now a throwback to first is not in time. Skips away from Bailey. Chaos on the bases. But a great play from Saunders. Gets out number one.
Oh, back 3-3.
Whitlock still over at first base, and then the chaos on the throw from Saunders pushes Conway over to third. As here comes Chloe Turner in a almost identical situation. Runner going in Whitlock on the first pitch. That is a strike to Turner. Richards snaps the throw down to third and keeps Conway over at third base. Saunders with a great play in shallow left field, kind of rushed the throw. Thinking that maybe Conway was sitting at second as Turner shoots one the other way, and it just slices foul of the left field line. Moves the count to 0-2. Ready on righty against Turner for Romika. The 0-2 from Romika, and Turner grounds it foul up the left field line. And then on that throw from Saunders that was off bounce, moving to her right, almost like a quarterback, throwing back across her body in a sense. Airmailed the throw into second. As she was trying to double up Conway, and then Winchester had the backup, and then threw one back to first with Whitlock off the bag as Turner grounds one back up the middle, fielded by Smith at short, takes a couple of steps, throws to first for one. Coming home is Conway, and she will score. It gets away from Richards on the throw from Bailey, and Whitlock will come in to score. Makes it 3-0 Beaufort. Turner out on the 6-3 putout. As Whitlock scores.
Good job, ladies.
So now it is 3-0 Sand Sharks after that chaotic play. And here comes Emma Brinkman. First pitch to Brinkman is a swing and a miss from Romika, and it's 0-1. Bases are empty, and a 3-0 lead for Beaufort. The 0-1, wave and a miss from Brinkman, makes it 0-2. As Carson-Newman looks to get out of this inning. The throw from Bailey back home, looking to get Conway, who was just waiting for Malia Smith to make the throw. It was just a little low. Richards was unable to come up with the block. The 0-2. Brinkman pops it up. This will stay on the infield right in front of the circle. Romika will come on to make the grab. But Carson-Newman scores, or excuse me, Beaufort adds another 2 on one hit with an error. Leaves nobody left on base. We head into the fourth. It is a 3-0 Beaufort lead over Carson-Newman. Back with more on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Back in Hardeeville, South Carolina, a 3-0 Beaufort lead over Carson-Newman. After 2 runs score in the bottom of the third, Chloe Turner just put one in play with 2 runners in scoring position, brought in Kate Conway for her second RBI, and then the throwback to home from Macaulay Bailey. Skip pass Anne-Marie Richards. It was a low throw, would have been a tough play just to get Conway. But as it went to the backstop, Tamaya Whitlock with her speed scampers home, and it's now 3-0 Beaufort in front. Largest deficit that Carson-Newman has faced this season. First pitch to Sarah Walker, who leads things off as a ball from 4th inning. It's 3-0 Sand Sharks on the Eagle Sports Network.
Game this year. One could keep that mark as the Sand Sharks will try to hold down this lead, but a leadoff single for Walker, who has her second hit of the game. That's why all these runs are incredibly important with an offense that has been talented thus far here in 2026. And Carson-Newman put up 8 in the first game of the day against that Erskine side. Carson-Newman did. Mathena at the plate. And we'll miss high from Murphy. 2 runs in the third, and the Sand Sharks also got a run in the first inning. So they lead 3-0. Top of the fourth. Swung on and missed. Murphy sends one past Mathena. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A sunny afternoon here in the Low Country. 1-2, just off the plates. Did not miss by very much. Walker at first, 2-2 to count. That is well inside. Murphy battling here with Mathena. It's a full count, 3-2. Pay off to the plates. Swing a pop fly towards right, and it'll be playable for Conway to make the catch. Throw back to first where Walker is standing. First down of the inning on a heck of a battle won there by Murphy. Batter will be Gregory. Grace Gregory, senior from White House, Tennessee. She skies one towards left center field, but the catch is made by Simmons. And very quickly, 2 down. Effective and efficient out right there for Madison Murphy. 2 away. Here is Addie Saunders. 0 for 1. Takes one on the outside edge, strike 1. Murphy picking up some efficient outs here. She tries to wrap up this 4th inning. At least the last one was. She had to battle to get the first of the frame. But she has continued to deliver here early in 2026, picking up right where she left off from a year ago here at USCB. And she is looking like to be on track to be that go-to number 1 ace of the circle, at least early on. But we've seen some good work from others as well. Cassie Brundage, Emily Morgan also getting some work in the circle. That one will miss for ball 4, so I'll put 2 on with 2 outs. And this becomes a big batter with the top of the order looming. You'd love to find a way to retire Winchester here, and you don't want to, rather not face anyone else with potential traffic on the base paths. So a big spot right here for Murphy to put up a 0. Freshman out of San Diego, California, product of Foothills Christian. 1-0 to the plate. And she induces the pop-up. Should be playable, and it's caught by Boyettes. Well done right there by Madison Murphy, and she posts another 0 in the top half of the 4th. Be right back as the Sand Sharks lead it 3-0 on the Sand Shark TV Network.
In Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We welcome you back to the Richard Gray Sports Complex in Hardeeville, South Carolina. Bottom of the 4th inning, a 3-0 lead for USC Beaufort over Carson-Newman. Game 2 of this Low Country Classic on this Saturday. Game for the weekend for Carson-Newman. They will head home after this one. 6 hours back to Jefferson City. On the bus as Caitlin Boyette leads off. Swings on a low pitch from Emma Romika, and it's a soft line drive straight into the catching mitt of Malia Smith over at shortstop. 1 pitch, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th for Romika. Sand Sharks scored 2 in the bottom of the 3rd, stretched its advantage up to 3. As here comes Emma Reynolds. Takes the first pitch strike. From Romika, it's 0-1. Carson-Newman now trying to lean on its strong pitching as Romika comes home on the 0-1, and again, this time finding the inside corner, 0-2. Romika's done a good job coming in, throwing strikes. 23 pitches now, 18 of those have been strikes. She's ahead 0-2 on Reynolds. Pitch comes in, check swing from Reynolds. Appeal down to first, and she was able to hold off. 1-2. Reynolds gets the sign on her over from the first base dugout. The 1-2 goes to the rise ball, and Reynolds chases it. Goes down swinging as Romika puts her down on strikes for her first strikeout of the afternoon contest. 2 quick outs to get things going in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting, number 24.
Brings up the first baseman, Kaylee Eubanks. As Romika looks for a shutdown 1-2-3 bottom of the 4th. Trying to get through Eubanks. First pitch swing, Eubanks chopper towards short. Smith fields, fires to first. And there is that 1-2-3 inning. Another short-lived battle on the first pitch as Romika puts the Sand Sharks down in order 1-2-3. Sends us into the 5th as Carson-Newman tries to get its offense into gear against Madison Murphy. After this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Malia Smith leads off in the top of the 5th as Carson-Newman is trailing by 3 runs against USC Beaufort. Final game of the Low Country Classic for the Eagles. Matt Scounza with you on the Eagles Sports Network. First pitch from Madison Murphy misses low and away, 1-0. Glad you could join me today, whether it's today or in the first game this morning or either of the 2 games yesterday. Always appreciate you hopping on and listening to some softball with me as the 1-0 is high and inside against the lefty, and Smith ducks out of the way, and it's 2-0. Next offering to Smith is a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Top of the order for Carson-Newman, Smith, Martin, and Bailey. Set to come up in this top half of the 5th inning. 2-1. Smith, the chopper, straight back to Murphy in the circle. She doesn't even have to move. And slings one to first for out number 1. Madison Murphy has been lights out in the circle. Has surrendered 5 hits, but has done a good job keeping people out of scoring position. As the first offering to Abby Martin bounces in front of home plate, and it's 1-0. Sarah Walker got over to third in the 2nd inning, but was left stranded, and that's the closest the Eagles have been to scoring. Have left multiple runners on in the 4th inning, as the 1-0 to Martin just misses low beneath the bottom rail. 2 balls, no strikes.
You got this?
2-0 right down the chute for Murphy, 2-1. And here comes the 2-1. And it's inside. And it's 3-1. 3-1 to Martin. Misses inside, and Martin is aboard with a one-out walk. Brings up Macaulay Bailey. Abby Martin with tremendous speed.
Now batting, number 40, Macaulay Bailey.
Was caught stealing for the first time in the contest this morning against Erskine. Prior to that was a perfect 5 for 5. First pitch to Bailey, swings and lifts it up. Goes out of play behind home plate. Moves the count to 0-1. Murphy now at 72 pitches. 40 of them have been strikes. Here comes the 0-1. Bailey late and fouls it off the end of her bat. 0-2. If the inning will continue if Bailey reaches, or as long as there's no double play. Anne-Marie Richards is the one standing on deck for Carson-Newman. The 0-2 to Macaulay Bailey, turns and drives a deep fly ball out to left field, pushes Whitlock back into the shadow of the wall, and she will make the grab for out number 2. Macaulay Bailey just feels she is inches away from getting that first long ball of the season that just stayed in the park. And maybe there's the slightest bit of wind out in left field dying it down. But hard to say, as here comes Anne-Marie Richards with 2 outs. Check swing, rolls one over, trying to field on the backhand is Boyette. It pops over her glove and into left field as Richards reaches on the error from Boyette. Martin advances into scoring position over to second base. As now coming up to the dish is Sarah Walker, who's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. And she represents the tying run for Carson-Newman. First pitch to Walker. Jammed inside, loops it down the first base side, foul. Count moves to 0-1. And a timeout for a conversation in the circle. Sends Cody Yeski, the head coach for USC Beaufort, out to the circle, or might be Allison Owen, the assistant coach. Part of this big staff for Beaufort. Yeski got 5 assistant coaches on her staff. And she enters her 5th season at the helm of this Beaufort team. Took the Sand Sharks to 29 wins last season, the most since 2019. Became the 4th coach in program history in 2021 after spending 3 years at Austin, PA. The 0-1 to Walker, swave and a miss, 0-2. And so Murphy looks to, again, leave a couple runners on. The Eagles have already left 6 on the bases through 4 innings. Walker represents the tying run. Here's the 0-2 to Walker, and it's upstairs on the rise ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Righty on righty, the 1-2. Walker lines it the other way, shallow right field. Conway comes on, unable to get there as it drops in front of her. Martin around third, she comes in to score. And the Eagles are on the board on an RBI single from Sarah Walker. The throw in from Conway goes to the backstop and allows Walker to advance up to second base. Richards into third.
Now batting, number 4, Katie Messina.
As Katie Mathena now tries to drive in the tying run that is in scoring position for Carson-Newman. On the RBI single from Sarah Walker, her third of the season. Mathena takes the first pitch, a ball high, on the 80th pitch of the day from Madison Murphy. 1-0. Richards 60 feet away over at third base. And then over at second is Walker. Mathena, ground ball, sneaks under the glove of the left fielder. Throw to first is late. And another run scores in Richards. Just popped off the glove of Emma Reynolds, and then the throw from Boyette was late. Mathena with good speed. As Richards comes in to score, and now it is a 3-2 ball game with Grace Gregory coming to the plate. Tying run 60 feet away for Carson-Newman. First pitch to Gregory is inside, ball one. Two-run score for Carson-Newman. Here comes the 1-0. Gregory grounds it foul, third base side. And it's 1-1. One into Gregory is inside, 2-1. Gregory today 0 for 2. Tying run and Sarah Walker just 60 feet away. Drove in Abby Martin earlier this inning as Gregory gets underneath the 2-1. This is in shallow left field. Whitlock comes on, and she'll make the grab for out number 3, but the Eagles bring in 2 runs. Mathena reaching on an error, and then the single from Sarah Walker has it at a 3-2 ball game heading into the bottom of the 5th inning. Back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
A change in the circle for Carson-Newman. Atiana Stamper settles into the circle. She got the start yesterday against Beaufort.
Number 1, Atiana Stamper.
In that contest, she went 4 1/3 innings, giving up just 1 hit on 7 hits with a strikeout and a walk. Was replaced by Riley Sykes, who eventually took the loss in 3-1 win for the Sand Sharks yesterday. As she will face 9-1-2 in the Beaufort order, beginning with Avery Alexander, and then it's back to the top of the order with Kate Conway and Tamaya Whitlock. And that top part of the order has just been so difficult for Carson-Newman to get out. They've plated 2 runs in the top of the 5th to make it a 1-run ball game. At 3-2, first pitch to Alexander, checks her swing, and it just nubs off the handle of her bat foul. Moves the count to 0-1. Take you around the other happenings with Carson-Newman Athletics. As this inning moves along, the 0-1 to Alexander outside for ball one, and it's 1-1. As for Stamper on the season, after that game yesterday, this is her first relief appearance of the year. Holds a 1.14 ERA through those 3 appearances. Has 12 strikeouts to 6 walks as Alexander is out in front of the 1-1. Pulls it foul down the left field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stamper's gone 12 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs, both of them earned on 10 hits. And as I said, the 12 strikeouts to 6 walks. Opponents batting .227 against the freshman right-hander out of Knoxville, Tennessee. The 1-2, Alexander bloops one into shallow left field, and it will be a foul ball. So we'll do it all over again on the 1-2.
Now batting, number 99, Katie Conway. My apologies. Avery Alexander.
Count sits at 1-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th, 3-2 game. Here comes Stamper. Wave and a miss. Alexander down on strikes. As Stamper gets her first strikeout, and now comes the hard part. Facing the top of this Beaufort order. Kate Conway leads things, or gets things going here with a 1 away. She has reached base both times today. Swings on the first pitch. Hard grounder towards third. Fielded by Gregory, and she snaps the throw across for out number 2. And for the first time against the Eagles, Conway heads back to the third base dugout. Reached all 4 times yesterday, although reached one a fielder's choice and then 3 base hits. Here she had a single and a walk. And now Stamper looks for a 1-2-3. Bottom of the 5th, if she can get through Tamaya Whitlock. First pitch swing popped up by Whitlock, and it will go out of play. The left side behind home plate. 0-1. Stampers come out throwing strikes. Just 3 hits for the Sand Sharks so far. 0-1, Whitlock puts a bunt down third base side. Gregory fields, throws on the move, back-to-back. Stellar plays from Grace Gregory. And it's a 1-2-3, bottom of the 5th for Carson-Newman. Momentum starting to swing towards the Eagles' favor. 6th inning of action coming up after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Change in the circle for the Sand Sharks. Emily Morgan steps in and will look to get these final 6 outs as Carson-Newman starting to string some momentum together after a 1-2-3 bottom of the 5th. Addie Saunders leads off here in the 6th. The Eagles scored 2 runs in the top of the 5th inning, and that concludes the day for Madison Murphy, who went 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, both of them unearned on 6 hits with 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. As Emily Morgan started yesterday's contest against the Eagles, went the first 5 innings, and then it was Murphy that closed things out and got the 3-1 win. As Morgan delivers a first pitch ball on her opening pitch on this Saturday afternoon to Addie Saunders, and it's 1-0. So a little bit of a flip of the script for Cody Yeski and her staff. Morgan, who started, tries to close things out against the Eagles, and then Murphy, who closed things out yesterday against Carson-Newman, got the start today. As the 1-0 comes in and drops into the heart of the zone, 1-1. Count is evened up. 1-1 from Morgan. Just misses, touch above the top of the zone. 2 balls and a strike to Addie Saunders. Saunders is 0 for 1, but has worked a walk. 2-1. Loops high upstairs. 3 balls and a strike to Addie Saunders, who represents the tying run for Carson-Newman, as will be any hitter that comes up with the bases empty. The 3-1, Saunders off the end of her bat. Hoisted up out of play down the left field line. And the count runs full, 3-2. Morgan comes in holding the lowest ERA on this Sandshark staff at 0.88 through 8 innings pitched. Here's a 3-2 slow roller third base side, fielded by Reynolds. Strong throw into first, and it gets Saunders by a step. Saunders with good speed, but the throw from Reynolds strong enough with the stretch from Eubanks over at first is enough for out number 1, and up comes Reese Winchester, the second baseman, a 9-hitter for Carson-Newman. Malia Smith in the top of the Carson-Newman order, looming on deck if it is able to carry forward after Smith, as Winchester fouls the first pitch back, and it's 0-1. Looking around the rest of Carson-Newman athletics. Carson-Newman baseball, as I mentioned earlier, up in Harrogate with a doubleheader, games 2 and 3 in their sack opener against Lincoln Memorial, as the 0-1, Winchester ropes it into left center field, and the tying run is on base now for Carson-Newman on the 1-out base hit from Reese Winchester. Turns it back over to the top of the order with Malia Smith. Up in Harrogate, it is an offensive explosion between the Eagles and the Rail Splitters. A 12-10 lead for Lincoln Memorial in the bottom of the 6th inning after yesterday's 2-0 win for Lincoln Memorial. Meanwhile, towards the end of the 3rd quarter for Carson-Newman women's basketball, as Smith tries to put down a bunt on the first pitch from Morgan, fouls it off, and it's 0-1. Carson-Newman's women's basketball trying to get back in the win column after dropping 3 consecutive contests. Taking on Wingate at home. Stats have slowed down just a touch as Smith, off the end of her bat, loops one into left field, and it drops it in front of Whitlock. Winchester up to second. Back-to-back base hits from the Eagles. Puts the tying run in scoring position and the go-ahead run on the bases as Abby Martin steps in, the team leader in RBIs coming into this contest with 10 of them. Martin's 0 for 2, worked a walker last time up. Was the first run to score for the Eagles in the 5th. Righty on righty against Morgan. The pitch home, and it's outside. 1-0. Or excuse me, 0-1. Next offering on the way to Martin. Called strike, and it's 0-2. Martin in a hole as Morgan tries to get out number 2 on the board. The 0-2. Loops outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In that contest at Holt Fieldhouse, early 4th quarter, it's a 49-42 lead for Carson-Newman's women's basketball team over Wingate. Men's basketball team, winners of 4 of their last 5 taking on the Bulldogs later this afternoon as the 1-2 to Martin pulls it foul down the left field line. One, two, off the mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One away with 2 runners on in a 3-2 ball game. Carson-Newman trailing by 1. The 2-2 misses above the top of the zone. And the count runs full with 2 away. Payoff pitch. It's high, and Martin takes ball 4 to load the bases. Patience from Abby Martin, working backwards. Trailed 0-2 in the count. Battles all the way back. Loads the bases for Macaulay Bailey with 1 away, and the tying run in Reese Winchester. 60 feet away for Carson-Newman. The go-ahead run in scoring position at second, represented by Malia Smith. She's got tremendous speed. As Macaulay Bailey, who had 4 RBIs. And this morning's contest against Erskine settles in, trying to tie things up. First pitch swing, grounds one up the middle and into center field. Winchester is in. Motoring around third comes Smith. The throw to the plate, not in time. Eagles back in front on a 2-run single from Macaulay Bailey. She advances up to second on the throw in from Simmons. Martin over to third. Eagles have scored the last 4 runs and hold a 4-3 lead here in the top of the 6th inning, still with 1 gone.
Senior from Cross Plains, Tennessee. Whole new ball game now. And Eagles looking for more, still with 1 out. Only 1 out. Sand Sharks have a 3-0 lead, but 2 in the 5th now, 2 in the 6th, and it's 4-3 Carson-Newman. As we will have a pinch runner coming in. Be Shelby Armstrong. Shelby Armstrong will be the pinch runner at second. Turnaround this game has been after it looked like USCB was in good position to see this one out. Now you're trying to keep it a 1-run ball game. Batter is Richards, 1 for 3. Martin at third, Armstrong at second. 1-0 to the plate. It's in the dirt. First base is open, but runners on second and third with 1 out. Morgan coming in relief. Behind 2-0 here to Richards. High fly ball to deep left. That'll, at minimum, bring in the run on the sac fly, and it will. Making it a 5-3 lead for Carson-Newman. Hard hit balls for Carson-Newman's side today. 5 unanswered runs. They lead at 5-3, and here is Walker, who is 3 for 3 herself. High towering fly ball, and it will stay in the infield, caught by Alexander. But Carson-Newman puts up 3 in the inning, and they lead it 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on the Sand Shark Gaming Network. Welcome you back here to USCB softball here on the St. Shark Gaming Network, and the St. Sharks have fallen behind 5 unanswered runs by the visiting Carson-Newman Eagles, have them on top 5-3. Okay, the St. Sharks respond now with Saria Simmons at the plate. First pitch swing, ground ball second, and an easy play from Winchester to Armstrong, and there's, I believe Armstrong, did she stay in the game at first? Or did the first baseman come back in? First baseman did come back in, so the first out is Macaulay Bailey. He's back in the ballgame, who was the key blow at the plate. So one gone, base is empty. Batter will be Chloe Turner, 0 for 1. Two and 0 the count. Turner, the Peach Belt Player of the Week opening weekend for her performance. Starting to get going here in 2026, but looking for that first hit in this game today. Came in batting 600 even. That's high, 3-1. Bailey driving in 2, and Richards with the sac fly to make it 5-3 Eagles. 3-1 count coming to Chloe Turner. Hit hard left side. And it's going to swerve foul. Full count coming to Chloe. Trying to get a rally started here, bottom of the 6th. St. Sharks down by 2. Payoff coming to the plates, and she swings and misses. She was badly fooled right there by Stamper for strike 3. Just a brilliant offering right there, and completely fooled the batter. Emma Brinkman now, and 2 outs, bottom 6. Hit left side. Chase Gregory over that third. It's a foul ball, 0-1. USCB has been out-hit by a big margin in this game, but a couple of big plays early got them some runs. Just trying to get back to their offensive prowess here as they are behind 5-3. Stamper will deliver to the plates. That is just a little inside. Good take. Stamper tries to be the pitcher of record in this game. The winning pitcher of record. Fly to the left side, foul. 4 innings of work for Romeka. Struck out 1, walked 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Stamper deals, and it's outside. It's Brinkman battling here at the plate. Trying to extend this bottom of the 6th. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Stamper delivers, and it's ball 4. Nice work there by Brinkman to get on. Brings up Caitlin Boyette.
How about it? 22, Caitlin Boyette.
0 for 2. Lined out and popped out. Stamper, Run first and 2 away. Gets ready to deliver home. Shows bunt. Lays one down. Pitcher grabs. And a terrific job right there by Caitlin Boyette. That is textbook bunting right there. USCB with a 2-out rally attempt here to reach base in a row.
Now batting, number 44, Taylor.
Taylor Chang will come in to pinch hit. Senior from Lebanon, Tennessee, who can tie or send the Saint Sharks ahead with one swing. First offering outside. Taylor Chang so far here in 2026 only had 6 at-bats. She has 2 hits, including a double. 2 on, 2 out. Saint Sharks down by 2. Pops it up. Shallow outfield is caught by Smith, and that will do it. For the bottom of the 6th, we head to the 7th inning. It's Carson-Newman 5 and USCB 3 on the Saint Shark Game Day Network. Kodieski will send Casey Cantwell to the circle to try to keep this a 2-run game near top of the 7th. It has been a turnaround for Carson-Newman. They have overcome a 3-0 deficit. They've scored 5 unanswered. Take a 5-3 lead. First offering popped up. And it will be Alexander make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Cantwell here in the 7th. Grace Gregory now. Eagles got 2 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th to take the lead. Cantwell. Livers. And will paint the outside corner, strike 1. Cantwell with just 2 innings so far in this very young season. Struck out 2, walked 2. At Alliance, Georgia, part of Toombs County High School. So the freshman getting some important work here in a tight game. 1-1 the count. Hit high and deep to left. It's going to go foul. As we're 1-2. First of 2 games here today for the Saint Sharks. We'll take about a half an hour break, and then we will see USCB face Erskine to wrap up the weekend. 1-2. Whoa, a hard line drive right back at the pitcher. And all of that, they're going to get the out. So Eubanks tags out the runner. First and foremost, we hope that Cantwell is okay, and it looks like she is. It's always nice because sometimes when you have that line drive right off you as a pitcher, it can come around and give them a hit. But this time, able to get the out at first. So here is Saunders. Cantwell misses high, 1-0. Both these teams only one loss this season. St. Sharks beat Carson-Newman yesterday. That is a very quick inning for Cantwell. Only 7 pitches, I believe, around that number. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, USCB down 2. As when we come back here on the St. Shark Gaming Network. And we head to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the St. Sharks down 5-3. They had a 3-0 lead very early in the game, or at least to a decent part in the game. They were up 3-0 through 4, and then Eagles have scored 5 unanswered. Strike one issued to Eubanks, who started off for the St. Sharks. It'll be the 8-9 Wonders due up. Eubanks, Alexander, and Conway. Whitlock family was able to reach. Nothing and 1. Hard but foul left side. Carson-Newman 6-1. They won already today. Beat Erskine. St. Sharks coming in 5-1. They'll play another game after this one against Erskine to wrap up this invitational tournament. 0-2 to Kayla Eubanks. Able to fight that one off. Fly ball over the left. Both these games very competitive between these two teams, looking to make some noise in their conferences. Carson-Newman in the SAC, I believe, and USB, of course, in the Peach Belt. Nothing in 2, coming to Eubanks. Swings, misses for strike 3. So it broke across the plate and fooled the batter. One gone. Here in the 7th, and to the plate comes Avery Alexander. Alexander 0 for 2. Freshman out of North Carolina. And she will take one for a strike, and Stamper hitting their spots so far here in the 7th inning. The 0-1. Popped up left side. That will go foul. It's 0-2. Stamper quickly jumps ahead. Resilient effort from this Carson-Newman squad today as they look to sweep their Saturday action. 0-2. Good take by Alexander up high. USCB just one loss so far on the year. It was at a neutral site. 1-2. Fights it off, stays alive. Nice effort there by Alexander trying to get on base for the top of the order. Got to find a base runner in order to bring that tying run up. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom 7. Stamper readies. And she delivers the 1-2, and that is well outside. Hope you're enjoying some softball here on this beautiful Saturday from the Low Country. 2-2 to the plate, and that is high, and the count goes full 3-2. Alexander trying to put together a clutch at-bat in the 9-hole. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Working against Stamper. The payoff coming to the plate. And she takes strike 3, a borderline pitch just on that lower part of the zone. And gets the call, does Stamper.
Now batting, number 99, Katie Conway.
So USCB down to their final out. It will be the top of the order. Catherine Conway, who, as we mentioned, came in hitting .609, but is, well, that average is lower because she's gone 1 for 2. It's hard to lower an average when you hit 500, but her average has been lowered because she was at .609. Having a heck of a start to the year. She's trying to keep this game alive for USCB and get on base. And an opportunity that was not caught by Richards. So the game stays alive for USCB. Down to their final strike, 0-2. Stamper against Conway. As she deals to the plates. Ground ball left side, just foul. So fighting off a couple. Here is Conway, wearing number 99. So the Sand Shark right fielder steps back in the batter's box. Another 0-2 on its way to the plates. And another one spoiled. Excellent fight right here by Conway. And another 0-2 on its way. And she does it again. Another foul ball left side. As Kodieski has to be pleased of the grind that we're seeing right now with her leadoff hitter. Takes one low. A new face is producing. Conway has been one of them so far this year for USCB. She looks at the 1-2 coming to the plates. Up high, good take. From 0-2 to 2-2. Stamper. Gets set. And the 2-2 coming to the plate. And that's strike 3, and this ball game is over. As Carson-Newman comes back from down 3-0, and they win it 5-3, 5 unanswered runs, so they will finish off today's day with a pair of wins. They knock off Erskine, and then they take down USCB in a come-from-behind fashion. So, an impressive performance from that offense late as they're able to come from behind, especially the work of Holly Bailey, who came through seemingly every big spot and, of course, had the RBIs, which allowed them to gain the lead late in that game in the 6th inning. So, Carson-Newman is going to get both of them here today and will finish the Low Country Classic at 3-1. So if USCB wins this next one, they would tie for the tournament title, both finishing their games 3-1, and Carson-Newman still with only one loss in the year. But a chance to bounce back for the Sand Sharks coming up. They'll take on Erskine in about half an hour. We'll be right back for that one. Your final score, Carson-Newman 5, USCB 3 here on the Sand Shark Gaming Network.